When you join a clinical testing lab, you don't really think that you'll be dealing with an epidemic. I think you'll be dealing with more routine tests. But with COVID, it takes on a whole new meaning. I've worked at MAKO since 2019. We'll look at 95 samples at once, and if you see a lot of positives on that plate, your heart kind of sinks. That's kind of our responsibility, is to let them know and then kind of be able to explain that to them and how it's going to affect them.
When we started, we didn't really know what we were getting into. I think like anybody else, that COVID was going to be here one day and gone the next, and I think that's what everybody hoped. But we had to pivot very quickly, so we started with a 1,000 square foot footprint. Now we've expanded to over 20,000 square feet that are dedicated just to COVID testing and accessioning. The ability to test almost 50,000 samples a day. I think we're now receiving samples from 43 different states. Sequencing is definitely the next step for us. It's the logical path.
What that means is, right now we're doing testing, which says yes or no, you have COVID. The sequencing takes it a step further to say, yes, you have COVID and it is this particular strain. Or this is becoming more prevalent and we need to pivot and change our vaccine plans.
Right now, this testing is expensive. There's not a lot of people doing it. There's not a lot of people that have the appetite to do it, so MAKO Medical is kind of stepping up to fill that gap.
Every time there's like a new mutation that they think might cause a change or cause something to happen, we need to be on top of it and be looking for that.
I think that data is extremely valuable to not only ourselves, but the health departments, the CDC. We have such a huge dichotomy of samples coming from across the United States. It's just physically responsible for us to take that next step and do the sequencing work that so many labs aren't able to do.
What we're doing is truly innovative and state-of-the-art. Being in clinical diagnostics, especially working with COVID-19, the impact that you have on people's lives is very direct, and you can really feel it in a positive way.
I think everyone just, when there is a change made, they want to know what it is and be able to research it and be able to understand exactly what's going on. And I think that's really what drives the excellence here, is the fact that everyone is so invested in what's happening. Yeah.